everyone, myself Meenakshi and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, The Basic Science Mantra. Our today's topic is basic unit of life, that is cell, animal cell and plant cell. From 6th class onwards, we study about these cells and the basic differences between them. So today we learn how to draw the diagram of these cells and also the diagrammatically difference between these two cells. Now let's start. Oval shape. Animal cells are normally oval shape. Plant cell. Plant cells are normally hexagonal in shape. From the pictures, from the diagrams, you can see that animal cells are smaller and plant cells are larger in size. Now, this is the first difference. Animal cells are smaller and plant cells are larger in size. So, let's write the differences between them. Animal cell, plant cell. From the diagram we have learned animal cell is smaller in size. Plant cell larger in size. In science, you learn the things by diagrams. So students, keep in mind every question that you have to learn, draw the diagram and make connection with that diagram to learn that question. Now move ahead. In the plant cell, you have to erase the corners. And I'll draw one more layer like this. Very easy to draw this diagram. Just follow me stepwise. Now the inner layer, you have to extend the corners like this. What have you made? You have made a cell wall. We'll shade it to differentiate it with cell membrane or plasma membrane. So this is the second difference between the animal cell and the plant cell. That is, cell wall is present in plant cell and it is absent in animal cell. We have shaded it. Now, I'll draw one more layer and that layer is called plasma membrane or cell membrane. That means plant cells are more protective because it has two protective coverings, cell wall and cell membrane. Cell membrane is also called plasma membrane because it is living in nature, but cell wall is dead. So we'll write the second difference. Cell wall is absent, cell wall is present. Now The third difference, a large central permanent vacuole is present in the plant cell. But in case of animal cell, the vacuoles are very smaller and temporary in size. So the third difference is small temporary vacuoles are present, and in plant cell a large permanent central vacuole is present. So far we have learned three differences. Now we'll draw the nucleus. Nucleus is eccentric in plant cells, means it is on the corner, and in case of animal cells it is centrally placed. Again we'll erase the wall of nucleus because nucleus is a double wall organelle. So we'll make the wall double. How? See this, we have erased it because there are pores in the nuclear membrane. You can see the pores like this. Similar in case of animal cells, you can see the pores. Nucleolus is present in both the cells, animal cell and plant cell. Now coming to the fourth difference, before it I'll draw the thread-like structure that is called chromatin, genetic material, presence of centrosome or centriole. It is present only in animal cell and absent in plant cell. So let's write the fourth difference. Centriole is present and centriole is absent. Now the next difference is plastids. Plastids are present only in plant cells and absent in animal cells. Plastids, chloroplast, leucoplast, chloroplast that are responsible for photosynthesis. See the structure of chloroplast, they are double walled structure. I'll draw two chloroplasts here, double walled. See, this is called stroma. We'll study more about this in higher classes. You have to connect these stroma. This is chloroplast. You have to connect this. This is the structure of chloroplast. So, what is the fifth difference? Fifth difference is plastids are absent. Plastids, you can write in the bracket, chloroplast, leucoplast are present. Now, the next difference is about the Golgi bodies. In case of animals, Golgi bodies are well developed. See the structure of Golgi bodies. This is Golgi bodies, well developed. In case of plant cells, Golgi bodies are small compact structures and called dictyosomes. They are called dictyosomes. Small compact structure called dictyosomes. Now, this is the last difference we have studied. Golgi bodies are well developed. Golgi bodies are small, compact structures called dictyosomes. So these are the 6 differences between the animal cell and plant cell. Now we'll complete the diagrams. We'll draw ribosomes, we'll draw lysosomes, we'll draw mitochondria and the cytoplasm also. First, mitochondria. Mitochondria is also a double-walled structure. The outer layer is plain, the inner layer is inverted. Folded. The inner layer is folded. Mitochondria is also called powerhouse of the cell because it produces ATP. In both the cells we have drawn mitochondria. Now we'll draw the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is of 2 types, smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. See how we'll draw the endoplasmic reticulum. From the nuclear membrane, a stalk-like structure, then again a stalk, a disc, stalk, disc, stalk and disc. This is endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now I'll draw the rough endoplasmic reticulum. See, stalk, disc, stalk, disc, stalk, disc. Now on the surface there is presence of ribosomes and that's why it is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Same in the plant cell, smooth, endoplasmic reticulum. This is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now the rough. I am drawing ribosomes on the surface. This is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now I'll draw ribosomes. Ribosomes are present all over the cell. Ribosomes. And then I'll draw lysosomes that are called suicidal bags. Lysosome, suicidal bag. And in the last I'll fill it with dots and that is cytoplasm, protoplasm. Cytoplasm is also called protoplasm. Why? Proto means living. It is the living fluid which keep the cell living. In vacuole you will feel nothing. Vacuole is empty. Vacuole means empty space. This maintains the turbidity of the plant cell. The vacuole maintains the turbidity of the plant cell. This completes our diagram. Now we'll label it. See carefully, labeling. Cell wall, cell membrane, ribosomes. This is vacuole. You can also write it central vacuole. This is lysosome. This is mitochondria. This is chloroplast. These are Golgi bodies. You can also call dictyosome. This is nucleus. This is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. I am writing in short SER. And this is rough endoplasmic reticulum, RER. So, and you can also write this nucleolus. You can also mention it nucleolus. So, now in animal cell, this is the cell membrane, or you can also call it plasma membrane. These are ribosomes. This is lysosome. This is mitochondria. This is Golgi body. This is rough endoplasmic reticulum. This is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is called centriole. This is nucleus. You can also label the nuclear membrane, that is the porous one, and this is nucleolus. So, this is all about today's class. Study well. Thank you.